Inclusion and representation in sports is not only important, but necessary. Reporter Abigail Shipley spoke with an ASU coach who has created an atmosphere where anyone, regardless of race, gender, or sexuality, are welcomed.
ASU rowing coach Emron Malik has done more than just help his team win races. When he took the helm in 2016, Malik made it a priority to foster an inclusive culture for his athletes.
Throughout my years is always going to be homophobia and discrimination in sports. And I just wanted to make sure as a coach that I created that environment where that doesn't exist. And if it does exist, that it stops right when it starts.
It's important that a coach not just be willing to be accepting of your sexuality, but be willing to stand up for you, the people who might not be. Having Imran there means that we never have to worry about anything getting out of hand.
For Emron, creating a safe space for LGBTQ athletes is personal.
I was 16 when I was really starting to accept who I was as a gay person.
In the fall of 2012, Malik enrolled at ASU, where he was able to explore his sexual identity more freely.
I joined a gay fraternity, so it was the first time I started interacting with people like-minded, people who were kind of on the same journey as I was. And I also joined the rowing team as well and, really fell in love with the sport.
While Emron was finding a new way of life for himself in Arizona, the news was a surprise to his parents.
Going home for winter break that year, and my mom had found pictures of me online with the first guy I started dating and friends, and it started being this huge question, and ultimately I came out. It just became this kind of thing that we didn't speak about ever again.
Malik's experience allows him to empathize with his athletes who might be apprehensive toward coming out.
You're on your own path, your own journey, and your own timeline. No one's going to force you to do anything that you're not comfortable with. So even if you've come out to just me and a few other friends, that's great. That's a great step. Don't feel pressure that you need to do anything that you don't feel comfortable with.
According to a 2017 study done by the Human Rights Campaign Foundation, 80% of gay, lesbian, and bisexual athletes have not come out to their coaches. For the 20% that have, it's important for coaches to create an open dialogue that lets their athletes know they can trust them.
When someone is coming out to you, you want to thank them for the trust. You want to acknowledge that this is a safe space for them, that they can confide in you, and that you're not going to share that information with others. Just because someone has come out to me, that doesn't mean that they have come out to the world.
Sid Ziegler, co-founder of Outsports, a sports news website focusing on LGBTQ issues, believes in the importance of an open dialogue between athletes and their coaches.
It's probably about 1,000 people that we've written about, a lot of them in college sports, and they all say the same thing, that they were very afraid of coming out. When they did come out, they had far more support from their coaches and staff and teammates than they thought they would, and their only regret is that they didn't do it sooner.
As Malik enters his 5th season with the team, one thing is for certain. He will be focused on winning titles while continuing to provide inclusiveness for his athletes. Abigail Shipley, Cronkite Sports Report.